ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed this is where all of Teyvat's mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few mora go... Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, but even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora, it's like a dream. Oh, right, it's quiet. Too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon, quick! We have to go make sure that the exude...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would miss if it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together? Stopping the Mora mints, hiding away the...
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing. And there's nothing... The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that either way. We now come to my favorite part, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble.
You could say... When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the... When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, traveler. I'll just play along. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway. Fighting talk, I love it! Now... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Cowering already?
I'll race you there.
How unbecoming.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Celestial Voyager!
Ready, steady, go!
Cowering already?
Bet you can't keep up with me. Hey!
Wide open! So quick to flee. Celestial Voyager! Oh, so sorry. Try this. How unbecoming. Cowering already? Wide open!
Let's dance.
Clear shot! How unbecoming.
Hey! Not so hard!
Cowering already? Celestial Voyager!
I'll race you there! Must keep training.
Dodge this! How unbecoming. You've made some clear shot.
I'll race you there!
Try this. So quick to flee.
I'll race you there!
Try this. So quick to flee.
To ashes!
I'll race you there! No escape!
Celestial Voyager! You've made some progress.
Let's dance!
Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Got you. Break.
Bet you can't keep up with me. That's cheating.
This. Something else catch your eye? Break! The price of a single slip. Gotcha.
You got me.
Raging tide! Has your luck run out? I'll crush freeze! Don't get frostbite. Dodge this! Break! Cool it! This! You've got some skills. Got you.
Take this!
All you do is run. No use hiding back there. Don't push your luck. Cool it. Raging tide.
Let's do
Power that ended Haishan!
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Get him! Bet you can't keep up with me!
Freeze! Dodge this!
Back at ya!
Cool it! Die here.
Let the show begin.
Bet you can't keep up with me! That's cheating! can't keep up with me!
Let the show begin.
Die.
Bet you can't keep up with me! I'll race you then!
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this! Freeze!
Come on, we can do it.
Must keep draining.
Dodge this!
Eyes on me! Take this!
Freeze!
So you win.
Look! Child's back to normal.
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my... And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you had no connection to the Gnosis. No matter...
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make...
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just...
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers. As such, we must now look to our
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's...
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by... If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and but knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well. Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't...
What are you doing?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attack, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets...
So the Archon War was fought 2,000... So will the power of the Qixing...
We've already discussed this together, and our...
What? Wait, all of you were supposed to be the Guardians of liyue.
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it peaked, and as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. We haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
we Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
This moment will be frozen in time.
My duty.
Take this!
Let's move. Freeze.
Back off!
No escape!
To ashes!
Dodge this. Cool it.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
I'll protect us.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one. Back off!
Dodge this.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in giant cars! Wow, it's Madam Pink's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
My work finished.
Power that ended hot gun!
No slacking off.
Freeze.
Back off!
My duty.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
No escape!
Dodge this.
We're not going anywhere.
To ashes!
Cooked food.
Back at ya!
Dodge this.
Let it rain!
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this.
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak! In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Power that ended hot gun!
This isn't good.
We're slacking.
Oh, so sorry.
To ashes!
Miscalculated. Let's begin this.
The Patui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed the effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well...
Oh?
3,700 years. Even to this very day. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebear.
Forebears, you say? What?
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the... I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But although I am a mere mortal soldier...
Huh? Why does everyone...
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and when danger is near, everyone always protects me. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary, although their blood is weak. There is still strength to be found, and the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead the
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of...
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts, fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall... But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adept... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace. The child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So, oh, and speaking of that, don't we... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we... have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Ahoy there!
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on liyue? We had better go and make sure that everything is...
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves...
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the format? Oh, it seems that some of your friends have...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met one... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since liyue was nearly wiped off the...
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui heart.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold... The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually,
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsari...
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpool until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the liyue to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Child, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, Traveler. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark!
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Catch the wind.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of part... So Rex Lapis is... Oh, come on. Do you think that there's only one real possibility in my...
Fatui? They certainly...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you, it...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits together. That person Still, what sort of supernatural...
forget it. Guessing's...
Hear ye all! The Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountain, gods and adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow have their season. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up? Look, could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a... Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying...
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the
3,700 years of contracts.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But
the long, unending dream of our
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of her Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Chising always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our... Name your price. You deserve...
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
And to think I'd put my best perfume on, but it seems as if those... Well, that's fine.
Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue,
Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis, and here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a...
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an...
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we... But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the street. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know? that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.